risks in this fight. Yeah.
Did you have a specific game plan, or just knowing Al Hassan's style, did you know you guys were just going to meet in the middle of the octagon and throw hands, or did you have a particular game plan going in tonight?
Alguma estratégia específica ou você sabia que o cara era agressivo, você sabia que o cara era brabo, basicamente a gente vai se encontrar no meio do octógono, ele vai para cima e eu vou ter que lidar com isso?
Yeah, this is his plan, but no for the first round. My plan for this counter, the in-fight is for the second or third round, but it's happened the first, and I'm happy is I am winner.
And with big win like this, definitely putting your name on the map with a big showy finish. What do you think this win does for you within the division?
E uma vitória dessa põe o teu nome no mapa, começam a olhar para você, os olhos se voltam. O que você acha que essa vitória fez por você agora?
I think is this fight putting me for the next fight in one top 15. Yeah? I don't know. I have one chance now for top 15, maybe in May in Brazil.
And if you get a top 15, if you only could pick one, would you rather the game or a card first?
E a escolha. Se você tivesse que escolher um dos pedidos que você fez, a tua cara no jogo ou o cartãozinho para tua filha?
Wow, for daughter, yeah. Fuck, man, this is very, very hard. Very hard to ask him, bro. But I think in the game is better. My daughter wait a little bit more. She's can wait a little bit more, but in the game is dream, yeah. Because when I grew up, I play soccer in FIFA and see the guy. Wow, bro. Now have UFC. I am here. This is dream, bro. Yeah. In the game first.
If you get in the game, will you let her play with other players, and is she not allowed to play against you in the game?
Se você digamos que você vai para o jogo, ela pode lutar com outros lutadores ou tem que lutar com você se ela jogar?
No, she can use the other guys, no problem.
Congrats on the victory.
Thank you, brother.
Caesar, there's no doubt that you're going to get $50,000 tonight, so what are you going to do with that money?
Bem, sem dúvida você vai ganhar 50 pau hoje à noite. Ou seja, vai fazer o que com essa grana?
First I will cry. First I will cry and save this money for my future and future of my daughters. Yeah. The first fight here in the PAX, I win at 50,000 and save this money for my daughter. If you win now again, I save again the money. Yeah, brother, I need to save money. No sell.
Can you talk a little bit more about, now it's been a couple camps of you training in Las Vegas, and just talk about your sparring partners and how Extreme Couture has helped you?
Fala pouquinho que agora o segundo camp que você faz, ou são 3 camps que você fez em Las Vegas já é o terceiro camp que você está em Las Vegas. Pode falar um pouquinho da equipe, dos teus companheiros de treino, o quanto o Extreme tem ajudado você como lutador?
I turn in an Extreme and my coaches in the other session, yeah. I make every day one training Extreme with a lot of guys there, Sean, Chris, the Extreme guys, and the second train I turn with my team for strategy for the fight, put the game, the plan, for make all the other things separate, yeah. But Vegas is the better place for training for me because UFC PI here, a lot of structures here, nutrition, coaches, PT, recover. So, and I can come here with my coaches here and specifically train. So, it's amazing, bro. The better phase in my life is now.
How would you say how is splitting camps helping you?
Ou seja, falando nisso agora que você falou que você está alternando entre camps, o quanto isso te ajuda? Ter 2 camps para trabalhar, ou seja, treinar na Extreme e treinar com a tua equipe?
Yeah, too much because in Extreme I have big guys, big champions in my division, and I can understand this game, yeah, and more. Every day I learn more with the guys. When I go to my team, I work in a specifically things for the trains, details, yeah, you know what I mean? Understand? And I use the details. Caesar, you mistakes here in the sparring. Let's go work in this, And this is happy too much.
Gotcha. And then, obviously, you're going to pick Sean Strickland, but how do you see his fight with Dricus going at UFC 312?
Obviamente que você vai, no caso, torcer pro Strickland, mas vamos falar um pouco da luta assim, como lutador. Como é que você vê a luta dele com o Dricus?
I think Sean is winner the other fight against Dirkus, okay? But now it's different moment. But I see Sean so excited for this fight. Yeah, she's training good every day. The guy is crazy, bro. And I think I bet in Sean because have more energy. I think But Dirkus is so hard, a lot of energy. Yeah. But I think I support the Sean, of course. I support the Sean for this fight.
Congrats.
Thank you, brother.
Real quick one for me. When you saw that he didn't get up for a while, I mean, it took a while. It got to the point where the broadcast showed him on the ground, and they had to, get away from him and then come back to him once he was up. Were you worried at all about him, or you were just too busy celebrating?
Quando você viu que ele caiu duro, ficou no chão. A transmissão mostrou ele caindo, mostrou ele no chão. A transmissão teve que cortar, sair para comercial, voltar. Ele ainda estava lá e voltando. Você ficou preocupado? Você viu quando aconteceu? Como é que foi você ver ele tanto tempo lá parado no chão?
Eu vou falar em português essa agora, mano. Eu não tinha percebido a gravidade do que tinha acontecido, então eu fiquei ali, estava emocionado porque eu tinha conquistado o meu objetivo, mas eu não percebi a gravidade que foi. Espero que ele fique bem, se recupere logo e volte a trabalhar, porque a gente é companheiro de trabalho, a gente não espera isso e essa parte não me deixou feliz, mas a gente assume erros e é isso que pode acontecer ali em cima ali.
Saying this in Portuguese, I didn't notice at the time. It didn't dawn on me because I was so emotional from the win and the fact that the work that I put in actually, I accomplished my goal. But it's at that point we are colleagues. We are, we're in the same line of work, and we put things on the line. We do take risks, and I just hope he gets back to work as soon as possible.
8 Brazilians on the card, and Brazil went 6-2 tonight. What'd you think of that?
8 brasileiros no card, 6 vitórias, 2 derrotas. E aí?
This is Brazil, man. Here is Brazil, bro. Come on.
I got you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, brother. Have a good night. Yeah? Thank you.
Santiago,
Yeah.
how did it feel not to do a split decision this time?
Yeah, fucking good, man. I say, between the week, we're working to finish the fight, to not go to decision. That's the working we did for this fight, because 3 split decision, no one. And I'm so happy that I can do the work that we're working with my team. I can finish the fight.
It was an awesome fight. Now that you've had a little bit of time to think about it, how do you feel about your performance?
I feel happy. I need to watch in the fight. Maybe I can do some better things. I don't know technically if I do everything correct. My coach told me if I fight like I did in the third round, in the first round, probably I can finish in the first round the fight. But I need to watch him because this guy is tough. He, is good reach and good grappler, and I, take my time in the octagon. But I'm happy for sure. Co-main event, I won by finish. I'm super happy with that.
Why do you think it took you a little bit more, took you 3 rounds to get going?
Why take more time to find the distance? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe we need to feel in the fight. Yeah, I need to feel in, the moment of the fight. And I feel in that control. I come in one in the first round, but he catch me with a punchy, and then he turned the round off. This is what my corner told me, and I feel it the same in the cage. I feel they come in doing good, but maybe a little slow. Maybe I can put more volume, but I was pretty, very technical, try to not expand too much myself. When he gave me that punchy, I said, fuck, probably I lost. And my coach told me, no, you lose the first round, Because that, we need to win the second round. And in the second round, I continue doing the same, the first round, but a little more volume. And I start to saw that he feeling the punches. And the third round, I put a couple right hand. He feel it. I say, I'm going to finish this guy. And I start to put more pressure.
When he dropped you in the first round, how hurt were you? Were you dazed?
He gave me something, I don't remember what. I remember a little slippery. I move a little dramatic, and I feel a punch in my neck. This I remember. And the referee stopped. And I think he stopped him because the punch. But no, it was because the timing was off. And no, I can recover it. Just pissed off with me because for that mistake, I lose the round because I feeling good on the first round. And I say, no, okay, I need to do more in the second round, and I did. And I finished in the third one. I'm happy. To be honest, the kid is tough.
I think you told the referee that you felt a punch in the back of the head. Do you remember that at all?
I think I say to him, I have here a ball, but exactly in the part they are illegal. But one shot sometimes happen, It's okay, I no complain about that.
You said you wanted to fight multiple times this year, a fight in Miami in April. If you do get that fight, is there anybody in your head that you would like to fight?
It's so many good names, so many good guys that have, long time in the road like me, and we can make a great fight. If I need to think quickly, maybe Vicente Luque is a name that come into my mind because the guy has so many years in the sport like me. I have a lot of respect for him. He's a gentleman, but he come in the really good victory. We both have a lot of Latino people behind us, and we can make a good fight. But there's so many good guys, and we will see what is the company say.
That's a fun fight. Both of you live in Florida, so it'd be fun. At this point in your career, would you like to just fight kind of older guys, or does it not matter if you fight up-and-coming prospects?
No. Doesn't matter. We will see what is the company wants, and doesn't matter. There's a lot of good names in this division, 170 pounds. It's pretty fun division, and we will see. I'm good.
I believe there's 4 or 5 Argentina fighters in the UFC right now.
Right.
What's it going to take to go back to Argentina?
This is what I say. That's a dream. Came back to Argentina, have a new generation coming, more guys probably is training and watching these guys, and we need to continue growing the sport. And I say to the boss, they want to back to Argentina. Always they have time, opportunities, I press that button. I try to talking about that, and I wish we can back to Argentina for sure.
Congratulations.
Thank you, buddy.
Santiago here. Congrats on the win. There was a cool moment there after the fight where you and Carlson embraced each other and shared the mic in the post-fight interview. How'd that feel?
So good, man. He looking pretty good guy. Also, I know so many people in Brazil because I live in there so many years. And everybody told me the same. Oh, this guy you're going to fight is so nice, And I know he is a cool guy. The day when I signed the poster in the hotel, he's coming. I say, hey, sit here. We sign together, I'm professional, brother. I have the 40 professional fight, when the case is closed, I'm going to try, to win. I'm going to do everything they need to do to win, There's not going to change. I don't need to put a bad face. And this guy, super cool, after the interview, he stayed with me. That's cool, right?
Awesome. Y uno en español si me permites, pero vi que dijiste que quieres ver la cartelera en Miami. Obviamente, muchísimo apoyo argentino y sudamericano en general. ¿Quisieras que pongan a todos los peleadores argentinos en esa cartelera para hacer como una noche especial para ustedes?
No sé si todos los peleadores, porque ya tienen peleas. El pelea la semana que viene, después está Prado que pelea en Australia, después está el otro chico que también tiene pelea marcada. Entonces, ya están con pelea, pero digo, estaría interesante porque me da el tiempo para pelear en Miami, estoy entero y hay una comunidad grande de argentinos ahí, entonces creo que sería interesante pelear en esa cartelera si es que se puede y la verdad que nada, estar activo, como dije, ese es mi objetivo para este año.
Y en la entrevista ahí con Bisping también mencionaste a Lionel Messi, entonces como deportista argentino, ¿qué tipo de inspiración te trae un tipo como él y todo lo que ha hecho?
Es impresionante, ¿no? Lo que hizo Lionel Messi realmente es increíble. Es un peleador, es un deportista increíble. Deportivamente, la personalidad, la humildad que mantiene con todo lo que ha logrado es un ejemplo para todos los deportistas del mundo, no solo de Argentina.
Y dice que va a jugar aquí en Las Vegas en la próxima semana.
Así es, lo vi en la pantalla que va a estar ahí jugando.
Felicitaciones.
Gracias, hermano.
Santiago, aquí, perdona, también en español. Santiago, mencionaste ahora en inglés que querías pelear con Vicente Luque. Obviamente das tus razones. ¿Puedes explicar un poquito más en español por qué quieres enfrentarlo a él?
No, no tengo ningún motivo en especial. Creo que podría ser una pelea interesante. Es un peleador que tiene muchos años en la organización, como yo. Es un finalizador como yo, viene de un gran knockout. Y creo que podríamos hacer una pelea interesante, pensando en la compañía. Creo que los dos tenemos un mercado latino, entonces, siendo en Miami, podría tener un sentido para la compañía. Por eso se me vino ese nombre. Tengo mucho respeto por él. Hay muchos otros peleadores también que me interesa pelear en las 170 libras. Así que, nada, me preguntaron un nombre y se me vino a la cabeza, pero nada especial.
También decías o le pediste públicamente a Dana, la gente de UFC, que llevara nuevamente UFC a Argentina. Explícame un poquito acerca de ese sentimiento y, por supuesto, ¿qué encontraría el UFC en Argentina?
Creo que, bueno, cuando se hizo fue espectacular, ¿no? Marcamos ahí la historia del deporte. Hoy está viniendo una nueva generación que lo está haciendo muy bien y compartir un evento en Argentina con todos estos nuevos chicos sería algo muy interesante para seguir haciendo, ¿no? Que siga la cadena creciendo y que sigan llegando nuevos atletas. Sé que va a ser un país que va a dar muchos peleadores.
Gracias.
No más por si las dudas, Santi, ojalá que pudieran tener, puedes decir a los que están en el escritorio contra escritorio. Yo digo, Michael Chiesa contigo sería buena pelea también.
Sí.
Dos nombres que no todo el mundo conoce.
Correcto.
Que siempre dan buenos desempeños.
Sí, sin duda, Michael Chiesa es otro nombre, es otro peleador que tiene muchos años en la organización, como Luque, como Burns, como hay muchísimos peleadores. Y mismo hay peleadores más nuevos como Sean Brady. Realmente hay muchos peleadores en las 170 libras que son peleas muy interesantes, así que veremos qué es lo que la compañía quiere también.
¿Qué tienes, aparte de, obviamente, seguir triunfando, seguir activo? ¿Cuál es la meta? O sea, yo entiendo que quieres estar activo, porque
Sí.
el último año nomás te vimos una vez. Pero, ¿cómo? O sea, en marzo, abril, el verano, en noviembre, Madison Square. Dame como una idea de lo que queremos.
No, lo que pasa es que muchas veces nosotros no podemos elegir así a dedo cuándo vamos a pelear. Si vos me preguntás ahora, yo quiero estar activo en este 2025 porque por distintas razones se ha frenado un poco mi carrera. Con el tema de los problemas de salud perdí tiempo y hoy que estoy en una posición que ya veo más cerca del final, cuando estoy saludable quiero estar activo. Entonces hoy por hoy estoy saludable, me siento competitivo, quiero estar activo dentro del octágono. Si puede ser en Miami, si no cuando se pueda, si pueden ser 3 peleas, si pueden ser 4, sería algo ideal porque sé mi nivel, sé que puedo pelear con los mejores, sé que les puedo ganar, pero para eso tengo que estar ahí arriba.
Y finalmente, nos diste un momento bien bonito, ojalá que tengamos más de esos. Pudiste brincar sobre la jaula y fuiste a dar el high five a Dominic Cruz, a Bisping. Qué padre fue eso que tuviste un poquito para la parte de tu carrera de poder celebrar con no nomás guerreros de la jaula, pero gente que tú obviamente consideras como amigos y familia.
Sí, estamos acá constantemente narrando las peleas, tengo muy buena onda con todo el mundo acá en el Apex. Estuve hablando con los chicos en la semana de la pelea, contándole un poco más a profundidad todos mis problemas de salud y ellos también me dieron muy buena energía desde el lado de ellos, entonces por eso me salió el tema del instinto de saltar y festejar con ellos, porque ellos saben cuán importante era para mí esa victoria.
Qué bonito, man. Muchas gracias por todo y felicidades.
Gracias, hermano.
The only thing that was different from previous answers, there were some questions that were the same, basically, a question and answer in Spanish. But one of the things that Santi mentioned is that because of the fact that I've had some moments that my career stopped and I had some setbacks, when you come to a final stretch of the career, if I'm healthy, I would like to fight, and it doesn't matter where it is, whoever it is. I mean, there's so many names that he mentioned here to fight, but there comes a point in your life that as you want to be as active as possible. Whether it's Miami or not, I just want to fight as many times as possible now that I can. And just tagging onto that with the health problems and setbacks, the beautiful moment that you actually went over the octagon and talked to everybody from the broadcast team that you consider friends. I consider them friends. I consider them work colleagues. I consider them people that know my struggle, that I've actually shared information about these health setbacks and to try to get back into fighting. So it's a moment that kind of took over me. So everybody here is very important to me at the Apex.
Mackenzie, congratulations. Not just a win, but a finish and an armbar over a very decorated jiu-jitsu player in herself. How happy are you with this win and the performance and the finish?
I'm very happy. Yeah, I think always it's good to kind of get better in the other areas, the striking and composure and wrestling and the cage, everything. But to be able to kind of still stay true to my roots and still get the submission, that was really good, especially I think it was like 4 seconds or something. And so it's kind of like that adrenaline, like, I gotta go, But yeah, and against Amanda, who's a tough opponent, so really happy.
You mentioned that, right? It's obviously important to keep evolving. You want to keep evolving as you head towards the title. But as you say, you sort of do represent the sport of jiu-jitsu more than anyone else in these divisions. So when you do get a submission, is there a little bit of like, yeah, still got it,
Yeah, I mean, I think it's more just like I feel like the striking, everything is setting up more my jiu-jitsu, So I feel like when I get the submission, it's not because I was focusing on being a striker, but I think that means that my striking and my takedowns are getting better, and it's setting it up. It's giving me opportunities to still get the fight to the ground, where I'm always trying to get the fight to the ground. Every fight I'm trying to get the fight to the ground, So I think it just kind of shows more that the other areas are getting better when I'm getting the submission.
Conor McGregor reacted to your fight. He said it was amazing. He said he wants to see a trilogy between you and Amanda. I don't know if you have any interest in that. But is it nice to know that you're kicking off the UFC calendar, getting all the attention for being the first main event of the year and getting all this attention from abroad?
Yeah, for sure, definitely. I mean, I think the whole card was a great card, lots of knockouts and crazy fights. So definitely was good to be the first main event. We were supposed to be December 14th in Tampa, like 3 rounds, and it would kind of pass under the radar. So I think to get this performance as a main event, and was before 5 rounds. So yeah, it's really cool. I think will be a good year.
You seem to be quite clear that you don't feel you should be fighting for the title next and that you would like one more win at least. Why is it that you feel that way? And do you think it's that sort of self-awareness that will help you continue to grow as a martial artist?
Yeah, I think so. I think I'm very, very like hard on myself, and I always try to get better and trying to get like, even when I have a great performance, I think I did like so many things wrong. So I think that it's a lot of play messing in your head, so it can take your journey, maybe makes it a little bit longer. But I think in the end, it really helps you evolve to be like the best fighter possible if you can really look back and have like constructive criticism on yourself, But yeah, I mean, my idea isn't to go fight for the belt and then like lose it fast, My idea is to get the belt, and I want to be like a dominant champion, So I'm not in a rush to get there. I want to have good fights, and I want to make a statement.
And last one from me, were you sad not to be able to bring Mac the dog with you tonight?
Yes, I was so sad, I left him, I gave him a kiss. I'm like, Mom will be back soon, He's like looking at me with his, you guys saw his face, So he'll be happy when Mom gets home and no injuries.
Hey, Mackenzie, congrats on the win. When I spoke to you earlier this week, you mentioned the last time you fought Amanda, kind of the trials and tribulations. You're a new mother, and you kind of felt like that wasn't yourself. But you said that you guys recently watched Wonder Woman together, and that she kind of looks at you as that Wonder Woman figure. What was the moment like when after you secured the win tonight and you were able to bring Mo into the octagon with you and have her be there by your side?
Yeah, it was for me as a mom, especially if she's not crying, because first as soon as I win, she's like crying and she's kind of like, come on, she's like, no, so I'm like, I hope it's just so much adrenaline, even everyone who's involved, but to be able to like raise my hand together with her, it's like, I mean, this is one of the reasons why I wanted to stick with it, even after like some hard losses. And, the fans, they can be brutal, they can love you, and then the next day they hate you, and then the next day they love you again, So it's just kind of like to stick with it and really try to, go after my dreams. It was really important for me to feel like she's the one that's kind of like motivating me to do that, And if I can provide a good life for her, and if she gets inspired by that for her life, whatever she wants to do. Hopefully it's not fighting, because I can't imagine my daughter getting punched in the face. But yeah, just that you got to go after your dreams even when, times get tough.
Congrats again. Thank you.
Thank you.
I wanted to ask you about the face-off yesterday. It got kind of intense, kind of, I guess, were you expecting to be fierce with the face down, and then you guys kind of kept the energy for a minute.
Yeah, it's a face-off, so no one wants to back down, but yeah, I think she's a cool girl, we know each other like from the last fight, but yeah, I definitely wasn't gonna back down. I know she wasn't too, and I know like we want to get into the. Sometimes it's hard to want to hurt someone that you're like friendly with, So I definitely wanted to show like, hey, I'm not. I respect her, but I'm not scared of you, And I think she wanted to show her presence, and yeah, I think we were ready to put down tonight.
And then, leading up to this, you said that like the whole getting the win back, your first loss, it really didn't phase you so much as like to get revenge. But now that you have the revenge and the win over here, is it the same kind of thinking where like it doesn't really matter that you got the win over her?
Yeah, if I had that performance against someone else, I think I would still be like pretty happy, the submission with Moa, but definitely like that it was her 5 years ago, that was like cool, it was good, but like on a personal level, but yeah, it wasn't. I was more happy about the performance in a whole, as myself, like, man, I was able to get takedowns and I was able to get the submission, I felt like I evolved, and I felt like I was able to show people that were like, oh, she's just gonna get like pieced up, and and just so many people, all my fans, family, so many people were sending me like, I feel this is your day, and like I'm getting all these text messages and just so many people believing me, and I'm like, man, you don't want to let them down.
For sure. And finally, for me, you said that you would hope to fight up next. The problem is everyone above you fought.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, who above you would you like to rematch? Like, there's Amanda, there's Jessica, there's Verna, there's Yao Xiaonan. Like, is there anybody that you really want to get that rematch with?
No, none of them like in specific, I'm just thinking like, man, I'm going to be like, all my next fights are going to be like turned. I'm going to be all these rematches, but no, any of the girls, I think I'm going to train the best I can for no matter who comes, but yeah, maybe Virna again. I know Tatiana come out, and then they kind of threw out maybe I would step in, but I don't think that fight was like really good for her at that time. But now that Tatiana's good for the belt, maybe that's something that she would want to do. But yeah, nothing in specific really.
And is the Verna fight kind of maybe make the most sense just because like everyone expects Verna to fight for the title next, so if you go and beat her, maybe you leapfrog her?
Yeah, I think so. But I think just because how she beat Marina, who beat me, it's the division's crazy, how things work out, So, I have a win over her, so I understand too if for her it doesn't really make sense. Maybe it makes sense for her to want to get a rematch, but yeah, if I'm Marina or Amanda or Jessica, Yan, it's just they're so tough opponents. I'm like, man.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Mackenzie, you're starting to string together a win streak again. So how does it feel being in this position once again, knowing it's been a little while since you had racked up consecutive victories?
Yeah, that's like one of the reasons I was so happy, was just to get like 2 straight wins. I know it's not a lot, but, I was kind of win, loss, and it's like to get back in a straight, it definitely boosts your confidence, and you're like, okay, we're on the right track. Let's keep this going and keep getting better. So it was a big confidence booster for me.
That's awesome. Congrats. And one outside of tonight, Craig Jones announced CJI2 will be returning this year. So would you like to participate again in a super fight?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. He always brings the money, and it's a good showing, he does. I like how he brings the entertainment to jiu-jitsu, we kind of need that. Of course, always respect our sport, but I think it reaches a lot of different people, which is one of the reasons why I came to MMA, was to try and spread jiu-jitsu to people maybe who never seen martial arts or never practiced martial arts, and I think his entertainment side of it reaches a lot of different people. But yeah, I know the UFC has, the last time I fought Craig Jones, they're like, you got to fight our event here, the new Dana White one, the invitation, so I was like, yeah, but I'd be down for sure.
I was going to say, given the way he does his things with entertainment, so how big do you think that is for the growth of BJJ worldwide?
Oh, it's big for sure. I mean, I don't know, like he can't do lots of events like that, like once every month, you know, but it definitely helps pushes the purses, you know, it pushes the type of athletes that are, you know, wanting to get involved. The last one, they had like Olympic wrestlers, you know, fighting jiu-jitsu players, you know, and inside the pit. So it's really cool to kind of test us to put our jiu-jitsu against different, not just a regular mat, you know, and different rule set, you know. So it's really, really cool, and it definitely helps elevate the jiu-jitsu scene.
Awesome. Obrigado y parabéns para a vitória.
Obrigada.
Congratulations on the win. Just two quick ones for me. To what Alex broke down really scientifically, the names above you. But we've seen, even most recently with Khalil Roundtree, who was lower in the rankings but still got that call because other folks weren't available. Do you and your team now kind of reset and say, you know what, that call might be coming this year to where I'm ranked high enough that I might step in and get that title shot? Is that now more of a factor going forward, that you are for sure going to be a name that's thrown around when someone needs to step in?
I think so. I think, yeah. I think that it definitely my name could be thrown in there if something happens, you know. They've called me on short notices before, you know, like with Amanda Lemos, who her fight before me was just for the title, you know. So I think definitely I could be thrown in there. If we would accept it or not, you know, I don't know. That's something me and the team would have to go through, you know. I don't know. I definitely don't want to accept something if we're not ready and just like have a bad performance. But I think my name's definitely close there now.
Absolutely. And last for me, you've been brutally honest with things, and you know, as far as anything personal, and you've overcome it and persevered, conquered demons, and just been so transparent, which gives people that courage to say, like, well, if she can do it, I can do it. But this is proof of it. Main event, beginning the year with a big win. Do you have one more message for the people that might still say, like, I need a little encouragement to move forward and not let these things beat me, because we've seen what it can do for you. You've overcome, and look where you're at now.
Yeah, I mean, I think sometimes it's kind of hard to like trust the process, you know, but you got to kind of just put in your mind what you want and not let something get in the way of it, you know, and you're going to have like some days where you kind of doubt it, you know, but you got to like stay true to it and just go after what makes you happy, you know, and yeah, trust. You got to have faith, you know, lots of faith.
Well, great job on trusting, and congrats on the win tonight.
Thank you.
Real quick one for me. We were talking about CGI, you know, Craig Jones and all that. I know, you know, Cade and a couple other guys, instead of doing ADCC, went to CGI. You know, what did you think of that? Were you surprised at all that they actually decided to forego ADCC?
No, because I was in ADCC too. I was supposed to fight, and I was one of them who I left, you know, and they didn't like it very much, you know. But I mean, it's you know, they got to understand the business part of it, you know, and just like I was gonna come back after 7 years without fighting, and you know, I'd have to do like 4 fights with like the top level girls, and each fight could be 15 minutes, and the final would be 20 minutes, or it could be up to 40 minutes. The finals. For like $5,000, $10,000, you know, and then Craig Jones is coming with this whole nother thing, and I already won the ADCC title, you know, and I was like the brother, you know, Hotola brothers, it's kind of like, it's better we give that chance for maybe an up-and-comer who wanting to accomplish that title, and then we kind of put on the show for everyone and attract that attention to jiu-jitsu, and that's what we're trying to do, you know. I mean, besides the $1 million that the boys got, you know, but I mean, for me too, it was a great purse, great. I thought it was a good event to come back and fight just one top opponent, Fionn. So it was like, instead of doing 5 fights, I'd rather do one against the best of the best, you know, and just give my all. So I understand. It makes sense.
And with the UFC getting into the jiu-jitsu game now, they just signed Mikey. You know, I think immediately you were saying, maybe give me a 2-way deal here. I can do some jiu-jitsu too. Is the hope maybe in the community to where these changes and these purses, ADCC looks at this and is like, all right, we gotta step up now?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's like ADCC has been since 1996, I think, and basically the same purse for, I don't even know. I missed that day in school. I'm not good at math, but it's like, I think 20 years or something. The same purse, you know, it's like going to T-Mobile Arena, but the athletes are getting paid the same, you know, so it's kind of just, it was getting a big production, and of course the weight of the title is amazing, you know, to be ADCC champion. You know, that's like for all of us grapplers when we're growing up to be one day an ADCC champion. You know, there's nothing you can compare to a CGI champion. But yeah, I think it just pushes him to get more. You know, I don't think it doesn't wipe away the event. I think all it does is just make that rivalry to keep pushing and competing with each other and trying to do better for the athletes in the end.
Gotcha. And final one for me. With 8 Brazilian fighters on his card, Brazil went 6-2. What do you think of that?
No, it was amazing. I could tell, and it was hard because we had one fight was 2 Brazilians, you know, against each other, you know. So I think it's good. I'm really, really happy with the performance for Brazil. You know, we start off the year. I don't know how it is like here. I think it's more calm, you know, the New Year's, but in Brazil, New Year's is like a big thing, you know. So I know for sure we all kind of, you know, we had to go through like a really, you know, not spending holidays with the family and stuff like that. But yeah, I was happy with the performances, and it was getting me pumped back in the locker room. You know, like okay, we're having a good night.
Gotcha. Congratulations.
Thank you.
With no damage, are you going to be at the UFC 311 next week?
I want to. Yes, I want to. I'm already talking to my manager. Get me tickets. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, if it's in California still, I don't know. Do you guys know? Or are they going to move it? Yeah. No. Anyone? No. Thank you.